Last night I was a little in my feels, everything just felt a little bit pointless. So at around 3:30 in the morning, I just started pacing around in the kitchen. And then I thought to myself, everything is pointless, but why didn't I film my despair? So I pulled out a camera and I put it on my island and I started pacing again. But this time I was being filmed. So I made sure to limp because I wanted people to know that my leg hurt, and that was one of the things that I was thinking about. I recognized the camera, obviously waved to it because I knew I was filming, but I wasn't feeling good. There was some sort of deep sadness in my mind at this moment in time, and I just kept doing this. Then I eventually stopped filming. Anyways, let's get to the video today, huh? Who's that boy? It's Jay. What up, dog? It's my morning cold plunge at 2 p.m.
How do you make it? You put these in the freezer?
I put a bunch of ice cubes in the freezer. Then
Ice cubes.
Big ass ice cubes. Dude, you want to get in? It's nice and cold.
Hell no.
You should. I got extra trunks. You brought trunks though, right? It's nice and cold.
You know who might want to do that is Haley. She loves cold plunges.
It feels so good. I used to have one that didn't have a good lid, and there was a space between the bars and the top, so bugs would crawl in it overnight.
Ew.
This one's got a lid, and then I put that plywood I got from my dad on top of it as well. No bugs. No bugs.
That's great. You feel better? You feel like feels like it refreshes you?
I feel energized. Plus, I took my NAD peptides.
That does help, yeah. Remember how where we used to live, there was a huge pool in the backyard?
Yeah, that was sick.
So funny, now I come out there's this.
This is where I go swimming.
It's a little smaller, but it's water.
I miss that pool a lot. That backyard, honestly, I miss.
We drove by there the other day just to kind of see if anybody was parked out front. There was one car back in the back, and I was like, damn. I lived there for 5 years.
I was actually having a little bit of depression, reminiscing on old content last night. Not depression per se, but nostalgia.
Yeah.
I was looking at old Snapchats of the garage and
Dude,
just chilling in the backyard, and I was like, damn.
I've done that multiple times. Where I'll look back at all the old photos when we were living there. I was like, damn, I didn't appreciate this enough.
Exactly.
When we had it.
I was looking at myself smiling in videos. I was like, that never happens anymore.
Dude, even it was the best place to live for COVID.
Yeah, no, it was our little compound.
Oasis,
yeah,
with a gym in it. It was honestly the best time.
It was, looking back, it was the best time, man.
Yeah, you never know what you got till it's going.
Especially those first couple years, I was in love with it.
Yeah. You got a little after a while you get a little
it was kind of stagnant.
Yeah,
But then looking back on it, you're like, damn, those were the golden years.
But also just living in a standalone house like that. Now I live in an apartment. Mm-hmm. So there's a big, and I love my apartment. It's the best apartment I can imagine, but it's still just it's not, I don't have my own space. I don't have a backyard. I can't go into my own gym. It's just, it's different.
The own gym thing is huge, and I feel bad for you there because I've been going to the gym over down the street, and I go sometimes at the worst times. I go at 4:30 or something, and I'm like, oh fuck, people are out of school, people are out of work, every machine is taken.
That's me. I'll go to the LA Fitness up there at 3 o'clock, and I'll be there, and I'll be like, don't you people have jobs? And I'm like,
why don't I have a job?
So I'm like, wait. That's me and Haley, whenever we're going through, we're thinking oh, it's Tuesday, let's drive out to somewhere, let's go out somewhere. And it's 1 p.m. and we're both driving through the city and it's packed and we're both
why is there so much
jobs?
Why is there so much traffic?
I'm me and Haley both we don't have jobs.
Fuck!
We're the problem.
It's a beautiful Sunday, so today's workout is a ride down to the beach and then a swim in the ocean. We're here! Look, there's my people. Jack has her hand up. I can't hold my phone without shaking because I'm holding a bunch of stuff in my hands. What is up, sexy?
Thanks, sexy.
Looking good. You look kind of tan.
It's because I laid out a few times.
A few times, yeah. Back it up. There we go. Very nice. What's up, party people? And of course, Jay is under the umbrella. I don't like the sun, man. just barely under the umbrella.
Water, and Jay goes, I'm not. Haley probably will. I'm not.
I'm not a beach person.
Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it. How are you guys today? I always just talk about myself. I want to talk about you. What's life been like? How's your family? Anyway, yesterday I slept on the couch, And I actually only woke up one time, according to my Aura ring. And that is surprising to me. I didn't sleep for very long, but I slept for 5 hours, and I got a better sleep score than I've gotten in the past 2 weeks sleeping in a bed. So I also followed suggestions from some of you guys in the comments who said to try cutting out all of the supplements that I'm taking to detox my liver. So I didn't take magnesium yesterday. I didn't take my peptides. I didn't take milk thistle, zinc, turmeric, cayenne pepper, or any of those tea things. No supplements whatsoever. I didn't take anything. I literally didn't have a vitamin pill or an injectable peptide or anything like that. And I did feel like maybe I was a little less itchy. So maybe I was like detoxing too fast with the supplements, and that was causing a little extra itch. Now I was still itchy, but I didn't wake up in the middle of the night several times. I still don't feel like I got the most solid sleep because I was on a couch, and maybe my Aura ring just like couldn't fully track how well I slept. But I'm feeling good today. I did take my peptides, but I'm going to cut out all the vitamins still. I'm just going to add the peptides back themselves. The NAD peptides are, if anyone's interested in peptides, they are a good metabolizer. They burn fat and like give you more energy. My doctor, when she prescribed it to me, was like, yeah, you don't need to drink a whole bunch of coffee or energy drinks or anything like that if you're doing NAD, because it gives you energy. And you guys can probably hear it in my voice. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. My ice bath's a little colder today than usual because I got in before the ice fully melted, but after it cooled the thing down. So I actually feel like I'm getting a good ice bath. Yesterday, I kind of paced around the house at like 3:30 in the morning. I was in this sort of like deep state of sadness. I don't know exactly why, but I just was not happy, wondering what I was doing with my life and stuff. Social media has changed a lot for me since I started. I can't figure out how to adapt to trends and be good at making short form content like TikToks, Instagram Reels, IG, YouTube Shorts, or whatever. And I'm just trying to figure out what to do for myself, I still make plenty of money to live, but it's just not the same. I don't get the same amount of fulfillment from doing things. I've loved posting consistently on this channel and all that stuff, but it's impossible for me to not realize that things have just definitely changed in the world that I've been in for 12, 13, 15 years of my life. I mean, I guess I started on social media when I was like 19 or 20. I got on Vine 6 months after that came out, and then built up 3 million followers, then met Zane and Heath and David and started doing YouTube videos and all that shit, and then, the story continues. Yeah, I've just been struggling to find myself. I still get up and do shit every day. I just don't know if it's like what I should be doing, right? So as an entrepreneur, someone who can't handle the thought of working for someone else other than myself, where do we go from here? What's the next big thing? Sometimes I wish I could just start over, 0 followers, new account, nobody knows who I am, and just climb. But I've already been somewhere. I've already had a certain amount of followers, and people do know who I am, whether they like me or not, whether they've seen my content and been like, oh, I'm over it now. Like I can't, there is no fresh start, you don't get to restart. It's not a game. Right? So how do you rebuild and how do you adapt to the times? I don't know. It's a 5-minute ice bath. I'm out.